We can change anything and make it better together. Now we're strong, don't question it. The truth will break your chains. We have the key. Open your eyes and see.
We were going to start today's video with this little guy, but we had some food and playtime and now he's down. So he's going to join us a bit later. And he's going to have a little nap in the meantime.
This is a really special video for us because the little Lucas is 1 month old. So yeah, we were talking to do a video explaining everything and it could help you guys, and it could be
just a beginning breakdown of our first moments with him, what he's doing now, what he's up to now, how much he's changed and how much our life's changed. So we're going to start off with preparing to be parents and how we prepared for the big moment in our life.
So for me, when I knew about that I'm going to be a parent, it was a bit stressful, so I started trying to read books because obviously you don't know how to do this, no? And you start reading, you start searching through a lot of websites, a lot of different opinions, and at the end the conclusion that I can say, to be honest, you can read whatever you want, but to be honest, I don't know how it happens, but when you have your baby in your hands and you have to be a dad or a mom, you really know how to do it. I mean, you have this little boy in your arms that is like really vulnerable, and you need to protect him, you need to take care of him, and you really know how to do it. Obviously there are occasions that you don't know, but then you always have your parents or
You have a sister.
Yeah.
For me it was not as stressful. I think finding out was a shock, but the fact of having a baby wasn't that really stressful. I have a baby brother who's 10. I looked after him when he was a baby. During uni I worked as a nanny. I mean, it's tough because the baby's so tiny. I mean, you can't imagine how tiny he was when he was born, and he just feels so fragile. So for me it was more like, are we not hurting him? Is he 100% happy? But in terms of preparation, we just have to go and do it. Reading does help in terms of getting stuff for the baby ready, stuff for the house ready, making sure you've got your hospital bag packed and things like that. But in terms of actually being a parent, you just have to go out and do it. I mean, they can't teach you that.
So next point is going to be the schedule. Is a big deal for a lot of parents. To be honest, there are a lot of people that are telling you that you have to have a schedule, you have to do blah blah blah, and to be honest, we have a schedule because we really think that it's gonna help on the patterns of the baby to sleep. We're gonna really control when the baby is doing something or when the baby is not, so we can schedule ourselves as well. So it's helping us to know if the baby is sleeping, we can do something, and if you know exactly when you're gonna feed him, when he's gonna sleep, you can plan your day, plus the baby gets used to this routine, and then it's really helpful for you.
We are pretty flexible on the schedule because obviously it's led by the baby, not by us. Mm-hmm. There's nothing we can't control the baby. It is what it is at the moment, and we don't go. So for example, if he's crying, he really wants to eat, we're not going to wait 2 hours because it's not in line with our schedule. Yeah. So just to run through our schedule, the baby goes to sleep. Well, not to sleep. The baby goes to have a shower, have a bath around 7:30, and that takes you 45 minutes. After 45 minutes I feed him.
Depending if the baby is really naughty.
And he can be. And so after that, 45 minutes later, I do his last feed before he goes to sleep. So I finish around 8:45, 9 o'clock. We put him down to sleep, and he usually sleeps all the way through to 2:30. 2:30 he wakes up, feed him again, change his nappy, put him back to sleep, and then he wakes up with daddy's alarm, which is fantastic.
What are you gonna do?
5:30?
Yeah, but we're really lucky because during the night, to be honest, now he's waking up just one time, so
yeah, it's really not that bad. It's really not that bad. So 5:30 he wakes up, again, change him, feed him, and then he's going to sleep until 10:30. He'll wake up, I will take him out for a walk, and he falls asleep immediately when he's in a buggy. And and then during the day, it's literally every 3 hours on the clock that he wakes up to eat and be changed. And moving on to breastfeeding. So probably don't have a lot to say about this one.
No.
Okay.
Well, I have a little bit of books.
Okay. It's probably the most challenging thing for me since birth. It's really difficult. It is tough and it's really painful in the beginning. You have to learn how to do it. The baby might latch on, might not. He has to learn how to feed as well. And it is difficult as the baby grows. They feed for longer. So in the beginning we struggled with him feeding because he was feeding for 5 minutes and then would go back to sleep. Whereas now he feeds for an hour during the night.
My big question, to be honest, is how long she's gonna last breastfeeding, because I don't know, I see her suffering, I see her stopping in the middle of the night to breastfeed him, and it takes like an hour. And
well, you don't know how long it takes because you fall asleep.
Well, it's what you said.
He's it takes a while, but it's the best feeling in the world, having your baby here and him feeding and falling asleep on your chest. There's nothing better than that, so I'm not planning on stopping anytime soon unless I have to.
Can you imagine that the other day was the first time that I was giving him the bottle, and she was looking at me like,
I didn't like it.
I don't like it.
No, because it's my time with the baby.
She's obsessed with the baby and I can't even feed him. That's true, it was amazing. It was really nice to have the baby here, but I don't know, at some point she's gonna have to stop it. And well, yeah. Next point is going to be relationship. It's a big point because I have a lot of people asking me, how is your relationship going? The baby affected in some way your relationship? To be honest, I always answer for me in my perspective. I don't know her, but in my perspective, the baby, it made us being more together. I feel like more connected to her because now you're like the little family and you spend time with the baby, you spend time with her. That's true that it's just baby, and you have really small times for us and just us. But that's true that, in my opinion, and I want to say to all the dads or all the future dads, if you really cope with your partner, you help her because she's not working, but taking care of the baby is really difficult and needs a lot of hours and needs a lot of stress. So when you're at home, if you help her, it's gonna make things easy. So just do that. She's gonna be happy. Yeah, she's gonna be happy. You're gonna be alright. I mean, it's tiring, but it's your baby. You want to spend time with him, and you want to take care of him as well. So, in my opinion, if you do that, for me, the relationship is going great. And I feel more connected to her because of the baby.
Well, my perspective now.
Let's see.
The fact that we're not sleeping does, it gets you're more agitated and things like that. But no, I mean, it hasn't changed much. That he's right that it's our life evolves around the baby. So we don't have time to go out on dates or anything like that. But it doesn't matter. I mean, the baby's so small. We're so excited about him that I don't think we would be interested in going out and leaving the baby now for a couple of hours. I would not be able to do that.
It's just a stage of life. I mean, now
it's different. It's just
baby's time. And
your relationship evolves and you adjust. And yeah, I mean, I'm happy with how things are. He does help me a lot, and if I need help, I don't feel like I can't ask him for help. I do go to him.
I try.
Or tell him like, hey, can you help me with that? But no, he does help me at nights. He usually takes over the weekends. I take the days in the week because he's working as well. But we try to do everything together whenever we're home together. So, and weekends are my favourite because we're all together. And like you said, you are a little family, so it does change the dynamics in the relationship.
And then during the week I'm really sad because I have to leave them.
And we're really sad because he's gone.
Yes.
Okay, having a little baby, there are a lot of funny moments, which is great because when you're tired and then the baby does something, we always end up laughing because this thing that I'm going to talk about now doesn't happen with girls, only happens with boys, and that's peeing. This baby pees all over the place. So our bed, our sofa, our faces, his own face. It's incredible. As soon as you take off his nappy and there's some fresh air, it gets a little bit cold. Everywhere. We had this situation. I think you were changing. No,
I was changing.
Yeah.
I was changing in the beginning. It was like that all the time when I was changing him, and I was like, "Why are you doing that to me?" So in the beginning, I remember this. I don't know. It was the second week or something like that. I was changing him, and suddenly, I don't know, some kind of wind or something hit him, and he started like peeing, but. In a way that all the pee went to his face. And
Yeah, he's peeing on his own face.
I was like, baby, you're still peeing in your own face. I mean.
And the best thing is, he was sleeping, so he slept through all that.
and then he got all the hair like go wet, and I was like, oh, Jesus Christ. And yeah, I remember another time. The worst thing is that always happens to me in the night. At least for me. You wake up in the middle of the night, you're like a zombie, you can't see anything. You go to change him because he's moaning, and then I remember one day that obviously it's enough not changing the nappy. So imagine when you're changing the nappy, you are done, you think that you're gonna go back to sleep, and suddenly, when it's open, he started like pooing and pooing. It was like a volcano, all the bed, all the clothes, everything, and I was like, no! I was like, maybe I need new clothes. What happened? Everything was full of poo. And I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, that happened to me, and for me that's particularly dangerous because I'm blind. I wear contact lenses. I'm completely blind without my contact lenses, so whenever I change him, I have to get extra close. Right?
I could
So when that
say
happens,
that.
it's very dangerous. You can't get angry though. You can't. You just look at him, and it's so funny.
You just look at him and you start laughing. Obviously in the beginning when it just starts happening, your brain is like, no! And you want to strangle something, you know, but when you see the baby, it's like this, sleeping with all the poor, the pig, and you're like, push him. So yeah, these moments are funny.
Our baby does. I don't know if he's got some kind of indigestion. Or he doesn't like my
I think it's really small.
He's really small. But the farts that come out of that small butt, it's like the whole house is going boom, boom,
It makes me laugh. Sometimes does.
all the time. And it's so funny because sometimes he's sleeping now, and then we go back to bed 3 hours later. And then as soon as we go back to bed, we hear. All the time. I don't know what's wrong with him. He's fine, but he loves to fart.
And when she's breastfeeding him and well, they are done, she puts him here, and you in some moment you hear like, and you're like, what is that?
It's loud.
It's cute. It's really cute. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about the challenging moments because there are challenging moments. It's not all love and oh, so cute, the baby. For me, I don't know about her, but for me, what it was difficult in the beginning, it was a little bit when he's crying, like he gets one of these tantrums, and you really don't know, and you're hearing him, and you start getting a headache, and you really don't know what to do. In the beginning, I wasn't used to that, and I was like, oh, what I can do, and it's just stressful, no? And another thing, it was. Yeah, your sleeping times, your sleeping patterns. You're used to sleep 7 consecutive hours and you can't anymore. During the weekends the same, and the free time that you have for you to do stuff, you have to mix it with baby stuff as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're getting more tired, you don't sleep well. And I mean, it's the beginning, but it's what I thought. Now he's a baby, I think it's gonna be easy. When they're gonna be touching everything, when he's gonna be touching everything and doing just walking and running and whatever, I think it's going to be tougher, but it's going to be nice as well. So I
This
think
is the easy stage.
yeah, I think these are the mainly challenge moments that I found out, at least for these months. And I would finish with when he's sick and when he has something, you really get worried and you don't know what to do really. So it's tough.
For me, the most challenging things are not sleeping, because I really don't sleep a lot now. It's not only the fact that he wakes up at night, it's the fact that I have to breastfeed him for an hour. And there are nights, like last night, he didn't go to sleep. He was crying all the way until 3. So I didn't get any sleep until 3, which was really, really difficult, because at some point you start getting frustrated because you don't know what to do. But it happens, it's a baby, there's nothing you can do. That's for me the most challenging thing, and like I said, breastfeeding. These are the two things that I found very difficult to cope with. All in all, finishing this video, hope it's not too long, it's really not as difficult as I expected it to be, as people told us it would be. They told us to sleep because you're never going to sleep again. Yeah, we sleep less, but you get used to it as well. And yeah, we're fine. I mean, it's just the two of us, and our families are abroad, and we are coping fine. I mean, as you can see, we're still alive, still breathing, haven't lost all our weight, so we're still fine. There's just one thing that I wanted to do before we end this video, is to send a little message to our son, because hopefully he's going to see all these videos, which is really cool. I mean, I think that's really exciting.
It's going to be cool, and it's going to be awkward things.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know, depending when kids going to see that, but it's going to be cool that we're going to be like, look, your parents doing these things. So, yeah, we just wanted to send him a message that with years, when you keep growing, sometimes, obviously you don't remember how your parents were taking care of you and how they love you. So we really want to send a message that is maybe in 20 years you have a lot of arguments or
you hate us.
You
basically.
hate us. Just think that
you're embarrassed.
We were really giving the best for you when
we were trying our best,
and we really love you.
We love you, and you're perfect, and we're always going to be your biggest fans. We're obsessed with you, and we're sorry for embarrassing and that you hate us right now, but we will always love you. I will never be able to explain to you how much I love you and how much I would give anything for your happiness. And we're gonna end here. Next video, we're really sorry about this one being late. It's because our baby has been sick, so we were in and out of doctors. But the next one's going to be on time. It's going to come out on Wednesday, and it's going to be a challenge. So watch out for that.
Yes, hopefully you're gonna really love this challenge, because I think it's gonna be funny. So it would really help us if you guys can leave a like, and you can share the video with someone.
I like how we like and share
and share
with the world.
And if you're not subscribed, just subscribe, because we are going to upload a lot of nice videos and you can't lose it.
No. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye. Say good night, everyone. Say good night. Oh, you didn't like that. Good night.